In the quiet hush before dawn, a single candle flickers against a rain-swept window. Soft light, soft sorrow, and in the shadows behind it, a story waits to be told. This is the story of Kim Sae-ron. Not just an actress, but a soul who felt deeply, gave fully, and lived in the mirror of her characters. And in doing so, she left pieces of herself behind for us to hold. And sometimes, the weight behind the spotlight is heavier than we ever see. This video is a tribute to her brilliance, her bravery, and the heartbreak that followed. She was born July 31st, 2000, in the vibrant heart of Seoul. From a young age, she showed an extraordinary sensitivity, an ability to understand emotion beyond her years. At just 9 years old, she stepped into the world of film with a brand new life. The story of a girl abandoned at an orphanage, played by a child who gave the role raw, aching humanity. The film premiered at Cannes, and Sae-ron was suddenly a name that mattered. Her performance didn't need grand gestures. Her eyes told the story. And then came the man from nowhere. She played Somi, a lonely child caught in the crossfire of violence and crime, standing alongside Wonbin. She wasn't background. She was the heart of the film. Critics called her a prodigy. Awards flooded in. But behind the glitter was a quiet girl who missed school, her sisters, and her childhood. Kim Sae-ron refused to take the easy path. As she grew, her roles deepened, darkened. In A Girl at My Door, she played Do-hee, a child suffering abuse in silence. It was haunting, disturbing, and real. Her performance was so fearless it earned her a Blue Dragon Film Award, a rare honor for someone so young. She didn't chase fame. She chased truth. In Snowy Road, she portrayed a comfort woman taken during war, a role built on historical pain and injustice. She said the role gave her new respect for the weight of history. And then came her first adult lead role in Secret Healer. She was no longer the innocent child. She was a cursed princess navigating power, betrayal, and destiny. Audiences watched her grow, not just on screen but as a person. From stories of abandonment to tales of survival, she carried it all. But fame is demanding, and pressure never sleeps. In May 2022, Kim Sae-ron was involved in a DUI accident that spiraled into a public storm. She crashed into infrastructure in Seoul, causing power outages, property damage, and sparking heavy backlash. She apologized immediately, publicly, repeatedly. She offered compensation. She worked part-time at cafes and retail stores to pay the costs herself. But the headlines weren't kind, and the internet even crueler. Suddenly, roles vanished. Netflix removed her scenes from Bloodhounds. Offers dissolved. Some fans stayed loyal, others turned away. In interviews, her voice trembled, not from rehearsed emotion, but from someone trying to rebuild while the world watched every crack. In 2024, she attempted a quiet return. She focused on independent projects. She kept to herself. But something had changed. Friends noted her isolation. Her sisters spoke of private battles. And beneath the surface, pain brewed quietly. Then on February 16, 2025, news broke. Kim Sae-ron was gone, only 24 years old. The cause? Authorities confirmed it wasn't suspicious, but for millions of fans it was devastating. A bright light had gone out, not suddenly, but slowly, like a candle starved of oxygen. Her posthumous films, Day by Day and Guitar Man, will release in late 2025. They carry her final performances, whispers of a talent lost too soon. She entered the screen as a child, but never played one. She carried the burden of complex emotions, abandonment, trauma, survival, all before the age most children learn long division. Through films that shattered silence and roles that demanded resilience, Kim Sae-ron became a rare force. The candles burn now not for ambience, but for remembrance. Because some stars aren't meant to shine forever, they're meant to blaze, leave warmth, and vanish before the world knows what it's lost. In a world that rarely makes space for healing, she gave voice to others until she ran out of voice herself. Her legacy is not just awards or roles, it's the tenderness she brought to sorrow, the courage she brought to shame, and the silence she left us with, asking, how do we protect the brilliant ones before the weight of the world pulls them down? She left behind stories, but also a lesson. Fame is never protection, and kindness is always needed. Rest well, Sae-ron, your story still echoes,